we've been learning more and more about different permaculture practices and ways of farming and gardening sustainably, especially here in the tropics. It's such a different process compared to prairie land, of course. The land here is so much more biodiverse and has so much more processes within it. So in the last few weeks we've learned some techniques. One technique, it's called Bio-Char. Still a little bit on the fence on whether or not we believe it's a sustainable practice and if it's a natural process, because what we're doing essentially is accelerating the process of wood from the forest breaking down into carbon.
It's a natural process that normally takes hundreds of or thousands of years when a tree dies and falls and goes back to the soil, and then it ends up becoming carbon as well. But it takes so much time, and so we are accelerating this natural process thanks to this technique. It looks very simple. We build like these little containers, and but my goal, and that's why we are in talk with the UN, is to make it at a much larger scale, because we are an ideal NGO for them, because we have infinite source of carbon with the trees that fall, the branch that fall. It's next to us, and we can take all the dead wood and we can actually retrap it into the soil to make the soil fertile again.
We learned how to create the biochar, how to light the wood on fire, how to break it all down, and where that goes.
So that most of the toxic doesn't go in the air, it stays inside, it gets traps inside the wood.
We also learned, it was my first time ever learning how to create a compost pile.
So many larvae. This one is ready, prepared
para la composta que tenemos que hacer la grande.
For the compost that we are going to do on the compost station.
And that was crazy to be a part of and to witness, creating this giant mound of compost, and like a lasagna style compost. So you add like green leaves from the forest as well as old dead leaves that have fallen from the tree. You add all your compost from the kitchen. You add animal waste and human waste, so a lot of poop. They make this mixture that enhances the little critters that break up everything, and they make that with water and with what's that thing called? Molasses. And they sprinkle that all over, and so it's this huge process that we were to be a part of, and it was just interesting. It was beautiful to see the whole team come together and work on this compost pile that will hopefully create regenerative, healthy soil, so that beautiful trees that grow abundance of fruits and food can be grown on the property. There was also a time in the last few weeks where Peter and I also took a break from Garden of Eden and just took some time away, just to have a breath of fresh air and to take some time for ourselves and to rest and just to explore a newer place, somewhere closer to the beach. honestly, if I were to speak vulnerably and openly and raw, it's been very, very challenging and very difficult for me personally. This is my first time ever really doing any type of gardening, any type of permaculture or farming, or just getting my hands dirty and working with the land. It's really my first time being so deep into it, and especially here in the jungle, it's so different for me, and I just feel so out of my element. And there's so many times that I wanted to give up and I wanted to leave, and I just felt I wasn't serving myself or serving others, because I would bring that overwhelming energy, that like negativity that like I kept repressing within myself into the work that I was doing, and I knew that that wasn't feeling good for other people. And it's just been a journey and a process of like finding my purpose and place within it all, and reminding myself of the greater vision and mission of why I came there. And even when we take these breaks to go stay with friends or go stay in an Airbnb, I'm always reminded of myself that I didn't come here to be comfortable. I didn't come here to continue the patterns and continue the ways I was living like I was back in Canada. I came here to grow, and I came here to evolve, and I came here to release what my normal was, release what my life was before, and to begin a new way of living. And because of that, that's like the one little thread that's holding me still to continue my work at Garden of Eden, because I feel like there's so much more lessons and so much more evolving and growth that land and those people and the animals and the plants and the vibration and all of it is teaching me, and there's still greater things to be experienced, I feel. So I want to continue to do my best to stay rooted and grounded in practices that will enhance my connection and will enhance this releasing of old patterns and emotions and feelings, and just to continue the healing journey really, and to continue coming back to my center and coming back to my heart, and remembering who I am, and remembering the reflections in my life and what they're here to teach me. So that's where I'm at with everything. Oh, that looks so good on camera. Wow.
If you want to belong, it is said you must dance. Savor your moves, heal the womb of your being. Harvest and toil until at last they all for birthing. Unleash them upon the air of now, upon the thrones of sails in audience. Give us your song, your song, your song. Unveiled. If you want to stay here, it is said you must stand.
Always in the way.
Hold your
Always in the way.
moment and apply, in waiting as doom strikes. shroud your mystery.
Again.
When finally the moment's grown from raw to real,
Oh, it's getting creamy. 2
you
avocados.
may rise up and stand true.
What do we have today, Shanley?
We have a beautiful ensalada with organico vegetables. Lenteja with
Lentils with. No, it's not yuca. It's like starts with a T. It's like hibiscus.
Top quality videos.
How is it?
If you want to go home, it is said you